Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips, and again, Matto Phillips only. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Normally we make up some bullshit excuses and stories around why someone isn't there on any given week. Usually we talk about someone being in hospital or something horrible having happened to them, but it turns out Damo's actually been in hospital.
Sucks.
So, or the internet sucks, yeah. But it turns out in tonight's case, Damo actually isn't with us. He's been in hospital. I'm not actually sure if he got out today or not. He was hoping to get out today. But,
He's alive. He'll just put it in that case. So like,
he's no longer with us.
Like, he's not with us. No. He's not dead. He just went to hospital. He's fine.
Yeah, no, he's doing fine. He was hoping to get out today, Sunday, as of when we record. So by now he's probably out of hospital. But either way, he needs some time to rest. So he's not with us this week. But hopefully he's fit and firing to go next week as we start talking about some next-gen stuff because we're that close to the end now.
We don't want him to laugh too hard that his stitches
burst.
Pop out.
Not a good time to be going into hospital for anything these days, but it seems like he's going to come through the other side fine. So it's patched updates time. Maybe Damo can tweet out and let us know what he's been playing when this episode goes up. But in our updates episode, we talk about all the things we've been playing. And Matto, I've got no other choice but to throw it to you first this time because, well, I don't have choice. So it's you that's getting the ball rolling. So what have you been playing?
It's been a while since I had to go first for patched updates. What did I play first? The Super Mario, is it Super Mario All Stars or Mario All Stars?
Oh yeah, 3D All Stars.
3D All Stars, yeah. Man, hasn't Mario come a long way?
How good is Galaxy? Holy shit!
I'm playing Galaxy yet. I've just been holding off a little bit for that. I played 64. Thought, oh yeah, play my childhood. Then I realised how bad that camera is. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, Sunshine, the camera's worse in some areas and way better in others. But yeah, the fact that it was kind of wooden, like you can only move it in little chunks as opposed to just free floating.
Swinging it like you do in Odyssey. Or
how did we do it back in the day? Holy shit!
I don't know. Maybe because it wasn't back around those days. We just didn't care. Plus, there was this thing called the C buttons, which no longer exist on a Nintendo controller. That may be the difference.
They could have a part. Yeah,
it could be.
Something to do with
the old 64 controllers. Surprised no one's complained about that. Oh, bring back the 64 controllers.
No, because
Mario 4.
No, I don't think anyone actually thinks that the 64 controls were a good idea retrospectively. So I think we're safe in that area. Yeah, I mean, I've dabbled in 3D All Stars a little bit. I've done there's 3 different player 2 plays up on the YouTube channel for each of the games. So I've messed around with each of them, and it was a weird one actually because I just went from one to the other for the sake of the recording, so it's not like I played them all out in full. I think the most I've put in is with 64 so far, and I'm about halfway through the game, and then the others I basically just played the first half hour or so. So it was kind of weird, jumping from them so fast with the mechanics improving so quickly.
But it's another thing too, where you're only every level you have to go for 1 star, unlike Odyssey, where you can just roam around, find a star, whatever it is, or moon, whatever it is,
and just keep going.
And just keep going. Just keep going on with whatever you're doing, because there's about 4 million of the bloody things in that game. It doesn't really matter.
And the world's huge, so kind of it's a bit shit like that. I know, I love Odyssey, but yeah, it's too big.
Yeah, fair enough. Then I tried to get into the 4th DLC of Borderlands 3.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. I just something to do with that Psycho DLC player from Borderlands 2. I can't remember. Craig. I'll call him Craig.
I'll do a bit of digging in the meantime to get the exact name. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is with this DLC. I just don't really care about it, or it's just I'm wanting certain characters just to come back for an appearance and they don't appear.
Ah, that's right. Psycho Krieg and the Fantastic Fustercluck.
Yeah, that's the one.
I haven't started any of the DLC yet. I still need to get back to it, but
yeah, you and your $300 loot box.
Yeah,
you still haven't. But that's because there's better games to play out there.
Oh yeah, that feels like a segue.
That's not really a segue.
Oh,
just in general.
Well, yeah, there are better games to play than Borderlands 3, like Borderlands 2, for example.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3 is
more
pretty
enjoyable.
great, but Borderlands 2 is better.
It is. No one argues with that. Then I got onto old Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, good.
Slowly trying to get through that. I don't know what it is. I get bored, but I think it might be because I'm not doing the story. I'm just getting distracted by all the other
Oh, I mean, if you're
silly
chasing
subjects. Why not?
foxes around and all that sort of shit, yeah, you're gonna get bored because there's 42 of those bloody fox dens.
Yeah,
in the
I just
whole
get
game.
like the little question marks. I thought, oh, I'll just have a quick look, see if it's a spy as a fox. I'm thinking, oh, not another one. Okay. Well, I see the bird, I get distracted. I have to follow it. Like, oh, should I follow the bird or no? Or I should
Yeah.
learn to say no.
I mean, if you're tempted to explore the world stuff, you're actually better off to deal with some of the main story because then as you finish, because the game's obviously broken into like the 3 islands, they're kind of segmented off. As you finish an island, they then kind of instantly reveal a bunch of stuff on the island you can do anyway. They kind of clear a little bit, not all, but a little bit of that fog of war. So that's an opportunity to then to go back and collect some stuff.
Cool.
Depends on how you want to play it, of course, but
Yeah, I think it got to be exciting because I don't know what it is where you sort of fill up a little bar and then you sort of, I don't know if it's called Ghost or whatever, and then you just goes all black and white and then you just slice people in half.
oh, geez, so you're a fair way through it then. Yeah, that's
Am I?
that's like the ghost. Well, yeah, the ghost dance.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
I just did that. I got to that part and then I thought, oh, this is really cool. I didn't know what to do to start off with. It just went black and white. I thought, oh, this is cool. I didn't realize I could actually move, and then I just started slicing people in half. Like, oh,
yeah, that's like full on
This is
beast
great.
mode. That
I was like, whoa, this is insane.
I'm gonna while you're chatting, I'm gonna check your trophies to kind of compare because then I can use that to compare where you're at. But yeah, I mean that I feel like that was, if I remember, that was either late in the second island or the beginning of the third, and the third island is the last of it. And it's also
It's the second island.
yeah,
It's the
okay.
second island.
But I think yeah, kind of towards the end of that island. So
That should be
so
fun.
and the third one is fairly small, so you're not that far away from actually being done with the story, really.
Yeah. And I switched it over to English after doing it in Japanese for most of the game. I just got sick of just trying to read the subtitles and then just give it up halfway through.
Yeah, that's
There's a
fair.
lot of. I try to do it in Japanese because it just doesn't seem right in English. I just look at it and laugh. That's why I switched it back to Japanese because I was just laughing at the English translation. Like, oh, it just doesn't sound as tough as he does in Japanese.
Yeah, I mean there is a bit of that, but yeah, I did the whole thing in English.
And
I
then
think yeah, pretty
speaking
much
of
the whole thing.
Japanese games, I finished Yakuza 2 or Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Still loving it.
Yeah, I finished it. Great game. I'd recommend it to anyone.
So are you gonna go and play the because 3, 4, 5 have been bundled up and re-released? You're gonna go
Oh,
tick
yes.
them off now too?
Oh yeah, after 2, definitely. 1 I was a bit and ah about. I thought, yeah, it's not a bad game. Then started playing 2. I thought, this is like exactly the same as 1, but better. And I like it. And it sort of has that sort of Witcher 3 style of sub-stories as well, where it's just its own story in itself and you just go explore it. And you get some really odd ones and some just absolutely hilarious ones. And yeah, it's great. And my favorite mini games. Playing baseball the other day, it was great fun.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still keen to play the Yakuza games. I've just got to find the time. I reckon now that we're getting into next gen, that's kind of my best opportunity because they're just not pumping they're not pumping out games left, right, and center at the very beginning. There's the launch games, and then once they're done,
It's just all the it's going back to the old remastered games again,
yeah,
like last gen or this gen, whatever you want to call it.
yeah,
So,
who cares?
and then,
We're like 2-3 weeks away.
oh, if you're one of those people like got a console, lucky you.
Can't
Or
wait.
if you really want a console, just if you've got some spare money around, just go to the Player 2 charity and you
Oh.
can
Perfect plug. Yeah, we're giving away an Xbox One X. Sorry, Series X. Xbox Series X.
you can have the Xbox. It comes with an Xbox One X.
So yeah, if you pledge a few dollars, I'll make sure to put the link in the podcast notes and the YouTube description. If you pledge even, I think it's a minimum of $5. I think it's the minimum $5.
$5 is entry.
I thought Matt was going to go with you need to do at least 20 for that one, given it's like a $750 prize. But
for $5.
For $5, if you're the lucky prick that wins it.
You can go around and say, pay $5 for that console. Like, oh, why did you do that?
It fell off a truck and I just threw him a $5 and bailed. No, if you pledge to the Play 2 Marathon to support charity there, and we're already a quarter of the way towards the goal, and the marathon hasn't even begun yet.
We're a month off. We're a month off. We've hit the $1,000 mark already. It's
crazy what a Series X does. I took a look at all the donations earlier today, actually, and most of them are October 22nd, the day that Matt revealed that there was a Series X on the line. So it's funny what the power of a next-gen console for a mere $5 does. But
that is somehow difficult to get at this time.
This might be your easiest way to get yourself the best chance you've got of getting a next-gen console at launch at this point. Consider pledging to the marathon there. But that's that plug out of the way. We'll probably talk about that at the end. So
yeah, and finally, my last game. I was just playing some Mario Kart 8.
Oh yeah.
I was just seeing if I can actually do Twitch streams or not. So I decided to try Mario Kart 8. And the answer is yes, on the lowest quality possible.
I was going to say, your internet allows you to Twitch stream.
Yeah,
by the way, people watching on YouTube, don't judge Matto and his ability to stream based on how he's looking in our video now. It's a little bit pixelated. That's because we've got some other streaming going on in the back end of the house at the moment. So it's just diminishing the quality of our picture just a tiny little bit. So if you're able to stream on stream Twitch, geez, you're doing all right. You've been underselling your internet this whole time.
Yeah, no, I've been saying it sucks for years until what did I do? Started playing battle royale games and they worked.
We do the podcast. It works.
It works. They can do really, really crap Twitch streams and quality 360p.
360.
2006 quality.
So I mean, if you go and get yourself a next gen console at some point, mate, if you happen to win one in the marathon, maybe just bring your console over here so that you can download all your games or your updates or whatever.
Nah.
I'll wait 2 weeks, whatever.
That's me done.
All right. Well, on my end, I've got a fairly lengthy list, as probably no surprise. We've been talking the last couple updates episodes about how I didn't have that many things to review, and because we had a baby coming, I was taking a bit of a back seat on the actual reviews for the site. So it's been good to go and play some other games. So in that time, I've belted through a fair few. I actually I went back to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, got the platinum for that. I think we spoke about how I started it last time, but I actually went on and finished and then got the platinum because I realized it was only another probably 2-3 hours of work afterwards to get the plat. So I did that. I said work there, which is probably not a good sign when it comes to talking about platinum.
So was this one of these Zoom calls again?
Yeah, maybe. Oh no, because I'm back to work in person. So no, so this was some school holiday stuff. Yeah, no, those days are over now. I've just got to wait till the Year 12's finish this week, and then I'll start bringing the console in and just playing at my desk while I'm not teaching. But
do a Play 2 plays live from the classroom.
Live from an empty classroom. Smash through Kakarot. I also played. Do you remember Man and Medan that came out last year?
No.
So you remember Until?
I would have remembered that name.
Do you remember Until Dawn on the PS4? Yeah. So I mean,
the horror game.
Yeah, with like a whole bunch of choices, like in a Quantic Dream game, like Detroit and Heavy Rain and all that stuff. Man and Medan, or the Dark Pictures Man and Medan, was the next game that those guys have made. They're with Bandai Namco these days, and they're trying to create an anthology of just like mini horror stories. They put out Man and Medan this time last year, and I finally got around to it, and I really enjoyed it. Like it's not as good as Until Dawn. It's a little bit more predictable. They kind of signpost what's going on fairly early. So as soon as I kind of worked out that that's what, like, because supernatural horror, all those sorts of things go together. Like, that's what's going on. So then I managed, once I got my head around that, probably halfway through it, which is only about an hour and a half. It's only about a 3 to 4 hour long experience. Once I got my head around that, I was able to just navigate my way through and didn't lose any. Like no one died before the end of the game, so I was happy
What
with
a
that.
shit horror game.
Well, yeah, like. Well, I mean,
Not a horror game.
well, none of my core cast did, like the ones that you're actually in control of. Other people died, but the ones that I could actually control, none of that. Like I was able to keep them alive, so that was good. And the sequel, like or the follow up, Little Hope is out this week. The Dark Pictures Little Hope is out this week, so they're pumping these things out yearly.
Oh, that last year game, that.
Yeah, Man of Medan was last year, and then Little Hope is out this week. So I'll be keen to get into that. I think Jen is doing the review for us at Player 2, so go check out her review when that goes up. It's probably ready already. She's just got to wait till she can publish it. So, and if not, Jen, come on. It's probably like a 3-4 hour game. Get your shit together. So
come from the guy that doesn't write anything. For Player 2.
You'll see, because I couldn't help myself. So Crash 4, I've been messing around with Crash 4.
Yeah. Crash.
I fairly well documented. Wasn't a big Crash guy anyway during the PS1 days. Not that I didn't like them, I just never played them. So
that's like saying you hated Mario.
Yeah,
nah, it doesn't
and that's the thing. Like I didn't hate Crash. I just had nothing to do with Crash.
Hey, you played Spyro, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I played Spyro. I love Spyro.
Oh yeah, well that's alright then.
But I just, for whatever reason, just didn't play Crash. I think we had Crash 3 Warped, but I was like, I don't want to play this without playing, because I'm a massive JRPG dork. Every game has a number on the end of it. I'm like, well, I'm not going to play 3 if I haven't played 1 or 2. I might miss story stuff.
Oh,
it's Crash. It's Crash. Like, what the hell? Yeah, but this was dumb PS1 era, Paul. Now you're just talking to dumb PS4 era, Paul. So yeah, I played the Insane Trilogy and enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing, but I enjoyed them, and I could understand why they were loved. Crash 4 just feels like more of those, like a prettier. There's some cool new systems. It does feel like a 2020 game, but I don't know. Crash still just doesn't really do it for me.
That's fair enough.
And then don't even get me started on Crash Team Racing, which is just shit. But it's
your favorite game.
Oh no! Fallout is my favorite game.
Oh, 76, yes, of course.
Yeah, especially 76.
Fallout 76.
But yeah, so that's that one. Lots of people are loving it. There's lots of really positive reviews for Crash. I'm just, if I was to give it a number, it's probably like a 7 out of 10. Like, it's still a good game. It's just not for me.
Come on, IGN.
Yeah. Too much water.
Too much water.
Too much water, just like in the IGN, I think it was Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
Not enough Crash,
review.
too much Bandicoot.
Too much Bandicoot. I've started, but not yet finished, Star Wars Squadrons.
Oh.
I want to play that in VR. I just haven't had the VR out recently, so I'll get to that eventually. What I'm enjoying, and this is a side note, I bought myself a new PS4 Pro during the Amazon Prime sales, which seems stupid at first, given I already had a PS4 Pro and I have a pre-order down for a PS5. Except the perk was that the price that they were doing at the Amazon Prime sale was actually less than what EB's trade-in thing is for a Pro. So I'm going to trade in my old Pro, the one we all talk about, but like all the early models of the Pro being super, super loud and all that. This is whisper quiet. It's running right now. Can you hear it? Dead air. You can't really hear it, can you? Now, admittedly, it's not playing a game at the moment, but like I've been playing Doom Eternal, the DLC on that. I've been playing Star Wars Squadrons, and it's just silent. Well, more or less silent.
Yeah.
So it's a huge difference compared to the original, like the launch version of the Pro. But yeah, I actually get to, like, because the price was less, I'm like, I can do this and then actually make a profit when I trade in my original PS4 Pro.
Who would have thought you make a profit off a console?
Yeah, so look at that. Well, and then it goes towards my PS5. So I've managed to rustle up enough pre-order. Like, I'm trading in my original PS4, my PS4 Pro, keeping the brand new PS4 Pro. Trading in my original Xbox One, my One X. I'm gonna make like $1,400 or something from those consoles, and all that money just goes straight towards the PS5. EB's doing some incredible trade-in deals.
The heroes of this console disaster.
Yeah. So,
who would have thought?
Yeah, I know they've done a pretty good job. But yeah, they're gonna make $1,400 off those, and the consoles themselves are worth $1,500. So it's pretty amazing what they've done.
EB games are the Stephen Bradbury of retail.
of video games retail.
JB crashed. Who's the other one? Harvey Norman.
Norman crashed. Big W
Target
Target.
crashed. Who? No, Big W done
EB
that.
did crash as well, but they
Well,
managed to
not
save the day. They
That always happens.
yeah.
That website always crashes.
The
It's
Doom
nothing
Eternal
new.
DLC, though, so I mentioned obviously, playing Star Wars. Sorry, I am enjoying it, but I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more in VR soon because why not make myself sick? The Doom Eternal DLC is super hard. Like even on the easiest difficulty, that shit's hard. They just throw the kitchen sink at you.
Old trick.
I tried it on normal initially, and it was just it's documented in the player 2 plays because I actually just jumped straight in the deep end and went there, and I got beaten up on a few times, and then it all went pear-shaped at the very end when a marauder came out and kicked my ass. No surprise, the marauders.
Favorite enemy.
Yeah.
The marauder.
But they throw the marauders in there with so many more enemies now. There's a few new enemy types. There's like a tower with like this eyeball you have to shoot a few times. There's like these spirit things that
Is that a tower with an eyeball?
yeah, basically it's Sauron. And
I feel like I've seen something like that before.
I think it is a carryover from some of the old Dooms. Eye, like if you train your line of sight on it for too long without shooting, or as you're trying to get like hit the target properly, it'll disappear. So you want to make sure that you basically quick scope it. There's like these spirit enemies that they've introduced, which basically just possesses another enemy and just makes them super super strong and even more aggressive. That's like with the final encounter, they lean on that mechanic a lot. And they throw a few of them at you at once, so it gets really really rough. And there's one other but yeah, you played all of Doom Eternal, didn't you?
I did, yes.
You remember towards the end of the game, they also introduced those. They kind of had like these golden heads, and the only if you shot their head off,
floaty things.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
They'd explode with ammo and health and everything. Like they were great like that. They introduced like a variant of that, which is more aggressive. Like it's got some pretty strong. Like you can still one shot and kill it, but it's throwing a whole bunch of heat at you, and you only get these very limited windows of time to actually get that one shot. So they've only introduced those 3 new enemies, but they just throw that on top of what they've already got, and more marauders than ever before, and it just it's soul destroying at times. I actually had to play it on the easiest difficulty. Like I had to drop it down from normal just to get through, especially because some of the boss encounters are just crazy. So it's good, but it's soul destroying. And I saw on day one someone put a YouTube like a full playthrough on, was it Ultra Nightmare, whatever the top difficulty is, just their first go, and they got it.
Walk in the park. Clearly you've played a lot of Doom.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I was getting devastated just on, and even easy is what do they call it? Treat Me Nice or whatever. The one.
Yeah, I know.
The softest one a lot. It still kicks your ass if you're not careful. So, I wasn't even going in all that rusty. I think we spoke about in the last updates. I've been replaying Doom Eternal in the lead up to this DLC, so it's not like it had been since March since I played. I was pretty fresh, and it's just brutal, but I loved it. A couple quick ones. I've been messing around with Projection First Light, which was an Aussie game. It's been at PAX in the past. It recently came to PS4. It was on the Apple Arcade when they first launched that. It's been to Switch. I wanted it on the PlayStation because trophies. I've started that. I mean, it's going to look better on a HD console anyway than the phone or the Switch, but trophies are an extra perk on it. I've started. I'm enjoying it. I hit a bit of a brick wall with a puzzle there. I'll get back to it soon enough. And I'm enjoying what I've done there so far. Really cool art style. The one that I mentioned before, the one review that I have done through this period, and I am working on another one at the moment, but Raise the Dead. And not raise as in raise them from the ground, like R-A-I-S-E, but as in Ray, the name Ray with apostrophe S. Little zombie called Ray.
Oh.
The review's up on the Player 2 website at the moment. It's solid, but it's held up by a few little technical hiccups. The developers actually reached out and replied to the tweet about the review saying, hey, it's all right, we're working on patches, you'll see them soon. So I think they're trying to squash problems as quickly as they possibly can at the moment. It's a cool game. It's got really nice personality. Like, it's good fun humor, not Borderlands style humor. Like, they're just poking a little bit of fun at themselves, and it's still kind of innocent enough. They kind of apply this. It's like a 2D, more or less side scroll little action game, almost in like a Zelda mold, but then it implements like Pikmin style mechanics. So like yeah, more or less. Like as you kill enemies, and keep in mind you're a little zombie here, you chomp on their neck, they become a zombie, they join your party, and then when you start dealing with different sorts of enemies, you actually set like you wait for the opportunity to hit. You start to learn their attack patterns and all those sort of things, and when they're vulnerable. Yeah, kind of. And then when they're in that kind of weakened or vulnerable state, that you just either go chasing after him yourself, but Ray doesn't move overly quickly, or send your other little zombie minions after him. And then you kill them. Hopefully you kill them, and then you raise that person back up, and they join your party. So you start to build this giant party of zombies on your team. But like there's some frame rate issues that kill it in some of the little platforming. Well, not platforming, but little puzzle sequences and those sorts of things that when timing's super important, it comes back to bite you a little bit in some areas. It's a good game, and I think it'll get better when they fix up like some of the little polish issues. But it might be one to look out for. The game comes out for like everyone in our region. This week, I was playing an American code on my US account to review it, but it's out for everyone in like Europe, Australia, and whatnot this Friday, I think. So go check it out. The other game that I really can't say much about at all, but thanks to Kat and the team, I've been playing Sucuna of Rice and Ruin, which is this. It's an action game at its core with a fair few little RPG systems, but then also crossed over with like a Harvest Moon style. Do you remember like the Harvest Moon games? Yeah,
I do, yes.
It's like action game cross farming simulator of sorts. Basically, and this is stuff that's out there in trailers and in press releases and stuff. Little girl, she's like a god of sorts. She makes a little mistake, gets banished to this island with a bunch of humans. Banished to this demon island, and basically the only way she can kind of win herself favor and go back home. And also keep these humans alive is to go to this demon island and pull them all in their place. But these humans and yourself need to survive along the way. So then you're harvesting and growing rice to keep yourselves alive in the meantime. So I mean that's kind of the surface level thing. But there's some cool mechanics going on. I'm enjoying what I'm playing so far. The game's not out until it's out on.
You couldn't say anything about it.
No, there's a preview period at the moment. I am outside of that, but I can't say much. The game is out. I think it's on PC on the 10th of November, and then it's out on the consoles, PS4 and Switch on the 20th. So I've still got a fair bit of time to play the game, and I'm looking forward to talking about that in proper detail, probably in our next updates by the time I can actually talk about it properly. So yeah, that's kind of it. What do you expect you're going to be playing though over the course of this next month? This month that is now got I suppose you don't have a next gen console in there, but got some next gen games coming out.
Finish off Ghost of Tsushima.
Are you going to play some Legends, the multiplayer? I'll be keen to go around with you.
Yeah, we can do well. Play 2 plays with it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, it is 2-player.
Yeah,
we'll do that. Does it go on the list with Monster Hunter World as well?
No, we'll definitely do it. I really want to do it. I should. Well, no, I've plugged it on social media, but
I'll just look back on the Monster Hunter World thing.
One day.
Said that. No, yeah, you said that on the very first episode of this year.
Shit.
So yeah, I know we've been saying it for the last 10 months.
We've got to get it done before this year's out. Kat, I know, like you've just loaded me up with Sucuna, and there's Player 2 Plays, and there's a review coming for that. I've already done Iceborne the review, but we will do this Player 2 Plays one day when Damo's alive and well.
Fully recovered.
Yeah.
So that could be another 2 months. No, it wouldn't be. No,
you'll be fine in a week.
What's next month? November.
It's November, yeah.
So, the other game I'll be playing next month is Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, holy shit! Right.
We're finally here after a year worth of delays, or close to a year's worth of delays. Did
Yeah.
everyone just forget about it, or just like, oh yeah, it's coming?
Oh, no one's forgetting about it.
Oh, that was the other game. I forgot one game. I completely forgot.
That you did play.
I did play. Was the first Witcher game.
The first Witcher
Oh
game.
man, the first Witcher game. Let's just say it's come a long way. A long way.
Holy
It was
shit!
like it was like the old combat was like the old Dragon Age type of combat.
Oh yeah, the original. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I just thought, wow. So I'm glad they took the path they did. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah, they've landed on the sweet spot.
But
Can't wait for a new one.
Oh yeah, everyone is. But Cyberpunk better be bloody good. That'd be good. Of course, it'll be good.
Well, you've come around a bit on Assassin's Creed of recent years. Are you gonna try out Valhalla that comes out like 7 days before?
Or I don't know, because I feel like it's just going to be the same as Odyssey and Origins.
Maybe wait until you've played Cyberpunk.
That too.
Come
So
back to it afterwards.
It could be about 6 months time. Oh,
Yeah,
it could be
fair.
less actually. It could be less because Cyberpunk is shorter than The Witcher 3 because people didn't finish The Witcher 3 apparently.
Apparently,
Which is,
it's too long.
Well, yeah. Well, it took me. I think I played for a great total of 7 days when I.
Oh yeah, we'd be in about the same sort of ballpark.
But that was all the DLC as well. So
Yeah, I think we're about the same.
yeah, I didn't care.
That was a good 7 days.
Those 7 days are totally worth it too.
Oh, it's not like Skyrim where you're just wandering around doing fuck all. Like you're actually doing some really cool stuff.
I forgot. Played that too. Got
Skyrim?
lost. Played it. Yeah.
One day I'll go back.
I did. I was just because I didn't play it for a whole year or 2 years actually. I forgot what I was doing. Like loaded up, someone threw a flame ball at me and I died. I thought, nope, that's it.
That's it. We're out.
Well, I'm done.
Yeah, I'll go back in from scratch at some point, but I'm in no hurry because the Elder Scrolls 6 is 10 years away probably still.
Yeah, and then they'll just throw in a few other online things of different bones. I don't know. What was the other one called? Marrow?
What?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Not the Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's Elder Scrolls Online, and they keep adding stuff. I do want to play Elder Scrolls Online, but it's not going to be anytime soon. And that's a deep well.
Too many other games to be playing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll probably play some more Mario Kart on my high quality Twitch account.
Yeah, keep it up. 360p. It'll be the best thing you've ever watched. On my end,
Yeah.
I'll be obviously still playing Sucuna, like I said before. You can look forward to the review when I'm allowed to talk about that in more detail. But we'll talk about it more in the next patched updates. That's for sure, because the game will be out for everyone at that stage. Otherwise, it's kind of gearing up for next gen stuff. I've downloaded a whole bunch of stuff. So on that new PS4 that I mentioned, like I've got all the old machines cleared up. Like I've formatted all of them today, ready to trade in when Dan Andrews will actually let me go to my closest store and actually trade in. But I'll take care of that in the meantime. Been loading up the new PS4 Pro with some VR stuff and some other indies. I'm just going to try and play some small games, just little bite-sized things between now and the launch of the new consoles, because then it's Spider-Man and Assassin's Creed and Cyberpunk and all those sorts of things are just going to keep me very busy. Even like Sackboy and all those sorts of things. And the Xbox, I don't know, I can probably play nothing.
The bug game.
Oh, Bug Snacks, yeah, no, I can't wait for Bug Snacks. Actually, no, I mean, I'll give them some credit. They put out a gameplay demo, I don't know, 4 weeks ago.
2020.
Yeah, and it actually didn't disgust me. So it's clear. It's clear to me that it's just the internet memes and all that sort of stuff.
Well, the trailer didn't look overly that excited either.
It's kind of.
I looked at that trailer and just went, nah.
It's kind of Pokemon-y at the end of the day.
You can't be Pokemon-y. Pokemon does Pokemon-y stuff.
Which, I mean, there's the DLC for that, so I'm sure by the time we next do patched updates, I'll be able to talk about some of the DLC there. Damo will probably be able to talk about it in heaps of detail. When there's Pokemon around, Who needs bug snacks?
What, where you can just play Pokemon that has
Yeah.
bugs in it.
Yeah, they're bug-type Pokemons. And you can eat snacks. They're not Pokemon, but you can eat them.
Rare candies.
Yeah, exactly. So it's made bug snacks completely redundant, and it's been doing it for 30 years, 20 years. A long time. So yeah, that's kind of me anyway. Some next-gen stuff. The Switch doesn't have a huge amount for me at the moment. Pikmin's out this week. I'll dabble a little bit in Pikmin 3 Deluxe, but I did play it in full on the Wii U, so I'll kind of surface level stuff there. I don't know. We'll just I've got a few more weeks to just kind of play whatever I feel like. I'm looking forward to that, and then we'll go from there.
There we go.
Well, yeah, on that note, we'll wrap things up. So if you enjoyed this episode of Patched, be sure to like, share, subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes more Patched Player 2 plays like Game Review, Game School, and a whole bunch more. Visit the website, player2.net.au, for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series, Patched, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. Been some awesome developers recently, and I've got a whole bunch of Aussie talent on the way. I've been doing a lot of international guests lately, and we're kind of bringing it back home for a little while there. So go check out some Aussie developers that'll be on the show in the near future. Also, while you're on the website, make sure we spoke about the marathon before. Click on the link. It'll take on the homepage. It'll take you to the Player 2 marathon details there. If you want a chance at winning $5 Xbox Series X, that's your way to do it. But obviously, if you pledge more, that's more options.
Big article right there.
Yeah.
I want a $5 Xbox Series X.
Turns out, though, totally legit. So fuck you, clickbaiters. But I mean, you're right otherwise. So yeah, all the details are there. You're helping a good cause. I can't believe we're already a quarter of the way towards the goal already. We should hopefully smash it. Adam is saying that he'll dye his hair hot pink if we get 5,000. If we hit 5,000, the goal is set for 4,000. But if we hit 5,000, he'll dye his hair hot pink. I think that's a pretty weak thing. So we should try and find ways for him to up the ante and do something actually proper.
Yeah, come hair.
Yeah.
Do something else.
Yeah.
Maybe get his
shave it all off. Adam, I'm laying the gauntlet down.
It's your whole eyebrow.
Yeah. Or like if you're gonna do your hair pink, then make sure the carpet matches the drapes, just so that you're. that's the real challenge, Adam. Where were we? That was the website. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks, lower tiers, early access, higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives. And I think until the year's out, all the patron dollars are also going towards the marathon as well. So you're helping out the marathon there.
And the t-shirts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, as well as all the stuff from the Redbubble store. So make sure to visit that as well. The link is also on the Player 2 website for that. And then,
yeah, a t-shirt.
Yeah, thanks Dash for putting together a pretty cool graphic with Matt Houston, his head being cropped onto an elite level rugby player, and then going head to head with Terry Campese. Obviously, I wasn't a big NRL guy, but NRL legend, and yeah, it's his foundation that everything's in support of. So, yeah, maybe go buy some shirts and outfits that have the marathon logos all over it. Then there's Twitter. Matto, where can you be found?
Matto_Phil.
Paul James Games for me. The website's Player2au, and go and play some games.